So what we talked about last time is that everything begins in the realm of non-physicality before it manifests in the physical realm via the medium of choices that we make and actions that we demonstrate to create that physical experience. In other words, everything begins with a thought. So you have to be careful with the kinds of thoughts that you're thinking, especially the repeated ones, because without a thought, there won't be a manifestation of physical reality. Physical reality is a reflection of the true reality. Physical reality is a mirror. So I gave you an example that what we're doing in physical reality to force things to change is cleaning the mirror, expecting that the mirror will clean our face for us. If we don't smile, our image in the mirror will not smile back. We have to actually change ourselves so that the physical reflection, which is the mirror of physical reality, will reflect to us the change that is already made inside of us instead of forcing things to change. The next thing that we talked about, that thinking human beings are responsible for the state of this world today. There wouldn't be airplanes, smartphones, TVs, telephones, all these things, all these gadgets, digital communication, science, technologies, without a person sitting down and thinking about something. Right? It makes sense. If everything begins in the mind, that means we, you and I, are responsible for the way the world is today, good or bad. So all the good things in the world today came from human beings, came from people's minds, including all the bad things. All these wars and bombings and fightings and political problems and conspiracies also came from the mind. Nothing just appears like this. The same way somebody saw a need in the world and started to create something to solve that problem. In the same way, somebody sat down and started thinking evil for another person. Somebody sat down and started conspiring something bad for another person. Nobody just does anything. It always begins in the mind, including the confrontation you had with your boss last week, including the fights you had with your spouse last week, including that customer that you fought with. Whatever it is, you sat down and remembered that, oh, enough is enough. I can't take this anymore. I'm going to fight back. You planned it. You chose your words. If I say this one, they will get very, very angry. No, I won't say this one. If I say this one, it will look as if I'm giving them compliments. I have to say this bad one so that they will get angry. You planned everything. It always starts in the mind, and it expands into what is happening in the world today. All these wars, like I said, all these bombings, fightings, political problems, conspiracies. One person, an individual, two individuals, a community, a country, whatever, whoever it is, collective consciousness is creating the conspiracies and the problems against other people. These conversations will start behind closed doors, planned sometimes for months before executing it, and all of a sudden you hear these people are fighting, you hear this person has been impeached, you hear all these political problems. It begins behind closed doors first before the manifestation. That means that you and I are responsible. Whether we want this world to be good, it's in our hands. Whether we want this world to be destroyed, it's in our hands. We also saw that if I can create the world that I love, if I can create my life and be more constructive with my thoughts and take more actions that are in line with those constructive thoughts, which are constructive behaviors, I will be able to create a beautiful life that I love in my life. If you do the same and someone else does the same and the other person does the same, we will become a light, huge lights that will begin to spread like wildfire. Isn't that how to make the world a better place? If I feel responsible, instead of blaming other people every time I feel responsible, you feel responsible, the other person feels responsible, and we all feel responsible and do our parts and be happy in our lives, then happiness is going to be spreading all around, and that's how to make the world a better place. Doesn't that sound beautiful? So instead of blaming other people, instead of pointing fingers at the other person, this remaining four are pointing back to you as well. Instead of saying this person is doing this person is doing that, and totally forgetting what you are doing and what you're supposed to be doing. This is the essence